Hi, this is Beatriz. I'm back here with a video for Microsoft Word 2007. This was the assessment exercise that we did on July 27, and the first step out of 34 steps is to open a new blank Microsoft Word document. So I click on the program Microsoft Word that automatically opens a new blank document. Step number 2 is to save it, and obviously I have to save it in Dropbox. I'll go to Students and your own folder. In my folder is Teacher. The file name that I want you to use is your name and then Word 2007 and then today's date, I'm going to use the date when we did this, which was July 27, 2011. It's a Word document. It's in the right place, the right path. I click Save. Step 3 is to type the title of the document, and that title should be Vocabulary Learned at Agora Academy. Step number 4, center align it. Step number 5, under the title. So I'm going to click twice. Create a table that has 3 columns and at least 11 rows. So to create a table, I know I have to go to Insert, but I think I also told you that it's a good idea to put a few more paragraph marks. That way you have some room to play with. So I click here to insert the table. Insert table. 1 row, no. 2 rows, no. 3 rows, yes. I mean columns. 1 column, no. 2 columns, no. 3 columns, yes. How many rows? 11. So if I go all the way here, that only gives me 8. But I can do it that way, and I can just click on the last cell and hit Tab. Click on the last cell, press Tab. Click on the last cell, press Tab, and that should give me 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 rows. Okay, in the table you inserted, type in the first row, first cell. This is the first row, first cell, word number. In the first row, second cell, word. In the first row, third cell, meaning. Okay. Now think of the first row as the title of the table. Therefore, make the first row look different than the rest of the table. This means that you should think of font style, size, etc. Okay. Notice I'm not giving you too much directions anymore. I'm giving you the freedom to do anything you like. So we can go with the table styles like this. And that takes care not just of the title but of everything. If I just want to do the title for now, I can go to Home and I can maybe make them a little bigger, make them bold, make it a different color. Let's see, blue. Okay, I seem to like blue a lot, so we do blue. So that takes care of step number 7. Step number 8, in the first column only type the numbers 1 through 10. So 1, and then I use the arrow key in the keyboard. 2, arrow key. 3, arrow key. 4, arrow key. 5, arrow key. 6, arrow key. 7, arrow key. 8, arrow key. 9, arrow key. 10. Okay. In the second column only type 10 words or terms that you learned in class so far. Again, it can be anything. So for instance, ribbon. Then under that can be quick access toolbar. Okay. And the third one can be a paragraph, or we can say even paragraph mark, and so on. So you know that you got to type another word here, another one here, another here, another here, another here, another here, and another here. Then In the third column, write a definition or an explanation of the word you wrote. For example, if your first term is quick access toolbar, okay, you would write in the first column quick access toolbar. You write rand 1 in the first column. In the second column, you write quick access toolbar. In the third column, you write the definition. So I have ribbon as my first one, so I have to write the definition for ribbon. So let's say I say it's the graphical part of the Microsoft Office window that has icons that represent different commands you can do in the program. Okay, so that's a long definition. That's my definition, but it's a definition. Now notice that because I had done a center alignment for the title and then I hit enter several times, everything is center aligned. Okay, so even though I didn't tell you to do this, it doesn't look too good to have a center aligned. Maybe it's okay here, maybe it's okay here, but it's not okay here. So I'm going to change all this to left alignment. Okay. Now that takes care of step 10. Then step 11, I tell you save and save often. Step 12 is supposed to be change the width of the columns. So just word number if it's in the first column. Okay, so let me do that. So to do that, I highlight, so I can click in the first cell, shift, click on the last one, and that highlights the whole column. Then I wait for my mouse cursor to change to a cross that separates the first from the second column. And now once that happens, I can just move this line this way. Then of course I can also do, especially if I'm showing the ruler, and here I'm not showing it, so I can go here to the end and I say view ruler, and I can just go to this part of the ruler, the end of the first column, and just move it this way. So I just have enough space for the word number, and then everything else looks fine. Then the second column, I say, will be a little wider, so maybe we can leave it the way it is. No, maybe it's a little too wide, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to highlight the whole thing, and I'm going to go to the table here, and I'm going to go maybe there. Probably okay. Okay. And then the third column can be wider now because we have all of this room on the right, and we can just make it wider. So I'll highlight the whole column from here to here. Okay. And then I go here to the ruler and move this to the right to probably about there, maybe even a little more. Okay, let's see, try a tiny bit more. Okay, so that's probably good right there. So that takes care of step number 12. Number 13, change the margins of the document to 04 on top, bottom, left, and right. Now we know that to change the margins, we go to page layout, margins, and to give it the specific measurements that I want, you have to do custom because it is not here anywhere. So I have to do custom, and I change this to 0.4. I just type in where the blue highlight is, 0.4. Bottom, 0.4. Left, 0.4. Right, 0.4. Okay, double check, 04, 04, 04, 04. Okay. Now it gives me a message that the margins are too narrow and it's hard to print if they're too narrow, but that's okay. We'll just say ignore for now. Okay, so we're good. And number 14 is to change the orientation of the document to landscape. Where do we do that? Also under the page layout tab. Right next to margins is orientation. Right now it's portrait. I'm going to change it to landscape. Okay, now that's really good because now I have all of this room on the right. So I'm not going to change it now because that's not one of the steps, but that's something we can do definitely. Then number 15 is insert page numbers at the bottom of the document using option bold numbers 2. You've done this many times, so you go insert page number, bottom, and then I have to look for bold number 2, which is this one. Is done. Now the footer and the header become active automatically. So in the footer I write my name and today's date. So my name is teacher, and the date when we did this was July 27, 2007. In the header write Microsoft Word, Microsoft Word 2007, comma, Agora Career Academy. Okay, so that takes care of header and footer. So I save again. And number 19, I'm going to get back to the document. I'm going to get out of the header after I fix my mistake here. I'm going to get out of the header, get out of the footer, so I can get back to the document. And to get back to the document, all I do is I click anywhere in the document. Now I use the replace command, which is part of the home tab. It's all the way to the right, replace. To replace the word meaning, so I write meaning here with the word definition. I'm going to replace it with definition. Okay, I double check the spelling, definition, meaning, good. Replace, I can say replace all. It's just going to make one replacement, so that's good. And I can close because I don't want to make any other replacements. Now instead of meaning here that I typed earlier, it says definition. Now for number 20, you go to create the following page backgrounds. So for page backgrounds, you go to page layout, first group, second group, the third group, page backgrounds, and you give it a page color, which is here, of olive green. Okay, here's olive green, accent 3, lighter 80%. So that is olive green, accent 3, lighter 80%. So that's the page background. Then I want a custom watermark. Here's the watermark. I don't want any of these watermarks here. I want a custom one. And so I click here, and then for custom watermark, I want one that's text. So I erase ASAP, and I write Agora class glossary. Okay, and then say OK. Now I see it here in the background, the watermark. And I save again just to be sure we're not running out of that if we have any problems, that we don't lose our work. And then we save as a template file. Now it's not just a quick save, we have to go to save as. I'm going to leave the same name. I'm just going to add the word template at the end in the same folder, and it's no longer a Word document, it's a Word template. Save. Then I'm going to do the same thing again, but this time I'm going to save as a same place, same name. Maybe I don't want it as a template, I just want it as a just regular document, doesn't matter. And this time I want it as a PDF. Save. Okay, that's step 23. Now step 24 is to close Word. Now when we save as PDF, the PDF file opens automatically. We just close it. Okay, and then step 24 is close Word. I have only one window open, so I can close from there or I can close from here. Exit Word. Step 25, open the template you just created. So for that I have to go to Agora, to the Dropbox, and look for my folder, look for what I just did, which was and I want to open the template. So the template is right here with the orange on top, and it says template, and here it should say template. Okay, template. So I open that, and now I'm going to save it. Why? Because when you open a template, it opens as just a brand new document that